Welcome to all those training to become Super Saiyans. This is Revolution. So, after the Dragon Ball Super Special, episodes 109, 110, everybody and their mum are making videos explaining the Ultra Instinct Goku transformation. But even though I will go into some details on what I have perceived this transformation to be, I am actually looking forward to what it could be. Now, if you've been watching my channel for long, you'll know that I like to make speculation videos that are grounded with basically clips from the actual anime itself, and even from using sources dating all the way back to Dragon Ball Z and even Dragon Ball, and basically trying to make predictions on how character development, story development can develop in the future. Now, obviously, a lot of people are extremely excited about this Ultra Instinct transformation and the implications of it regarding Goku's power level and how he tried to achieve it. But I want to know what Ultra Instinct means in terms of opening up avenues for Goku in the future. Now, obviously, this is the first time we've seen Ultra Instinct in the Tournament of Power, and we may not get to see it in the Tournament of Power again. I don't believe that myself. I believe we'll see it one more time. I believe we'll see Goku use a more controlled version of it come the end of the tournament. But that is just me speculating. I can't provide any evidence. We will see it again before the Tournament of Power because no spoilers have told us that we will as of yet. But going into the future, obviously, Ultra Instinct is going to be a major catalyst to how Goku further develops his self. And it wouldn't be surprising to learn that people like Vegeta and maybe even Frieza would be interested in developing this transformation technique themselves. Now, that's an important thing. This transformation is not exclusive to Saiyans. It is a capability that all beings have within themselves. But obviously, you have to be a very highly trained being to actually achieve this kind of transformation. So one thing I have noticed in the Dragon Ball community is basically people seem to think that we know everything about Ultra Instinct already. Now, in the show itself, in episode 110, we see the Daishinkan even state that it is too early to make conclusions on what has exactly happened to Goku. Now, obviously, Whis then goes on to give us a detailed description of what he believes has happened, but that is the wording he used. He says the word believe. Now, by any means, I'm not saying Whis is wrong. I believe the storytellers wouldn't waste that amount of airtime giving us that kind of description on Ultra Instinct if it was going to be a waste of time. I believe Whis is definitely on the right track. What I'm trying to say is we do not have a full picture of this transformation just yet. We do know that it is the Ultra Instinct, but in terms of how Goku acquired it, Whis even says, that's my assumption. It is an assumption, an educated assumption, sure, but he doesn't state it as a concrete fact. And I'll once again say, I'm not saying Whis is wrong. I'm just saying, let's hold out for a fuller picture. It would be interesting to hear what the Daishinkan's final conclusion is on what Goku has achieved. So there's been a bit of a debate about whether this is actually a transformation or a technique. Now, obviously, the fact that Goku has acquired a complete new power suggests that it's a new transformation. But the fact is, it seems like a technique because Goku in Ultra Instinct is performing and executing a way of fighting, basically. But what I propose to you is that it is a bit of both in reality. It is the transformation that allows him to basically use this form of fighting. And what I propose to you is this, is that Ultra Instinct is like an inner transformation. Goku unlocks something deep within himself. As Whis, during his assumption for how Goku achieved this form, he says that Goku broke through the shell to the deeper potential within himself. Now, I've got a screenshot of Whis saying that on your screen right now, and I want to put emphasis on two words, and that is deeper and within. Goku has managed to do is transform his state of mind, being and soul. Hence the word instinct. Now, a lot of people tend to attribute transformations to physiological change. Now, obviously, in the Ultra Instinct transformation, Goku doesn't really appear to change that much. Obviously, he appears to have a different ki, but obviously we know that's the power from the Genki. More on Ultra Instinct's usage of ki later, but his hair has changed very slightly. We have those silver strands, but we're not quite sure they are silver strands because that could just be the light of his transformation reflecting on his hair. But the biggest perceivable physiological change that we see, and the thing that the anime episodes try to articulate to us the most, was Goku's eyes. Basically, when he was starting to lose the Ultra Instinct, as it was only temporary, we saw Goku's eyes flash back to normal, then back into Ultra Instinct. That was trying to distinguish the difference between the eyes in the transformed state and the eyes in his base state. Now, a lot of people have the saying that the eyes are the pathway to the soul. Some people even say window to the soul. So basically you're looking through somebody's eyes to their inner self, their innermost being. And by resisting the power of the Genki Dharma, Goku transformed his inner state to break through the shell to the deeper potential within himself, being Ultra Instinct, thus allowing him to move without thought. Now, I don't particularly want this to be a Ultra Instinct explanation video. I'm just setting up the base for what it actually is so I can move on to the part that I'm excited about talking about. So back into the physiological changes on the transformations. So Saiyans have these Super Saiyan transformations, and we also know that using God Ki, by using the Super Saiyan transformation stacked on top of God Ki, we get Super Saiyan Blue. But essentially Super Saiyan Blue is just Super Saiyan God turning Super Saiyan, so it is Super Saiyan basically. Anyway, Super Saiyan is more of an outward transformation. It entirely revolves around the Saiyan DNA, Saiyan genetics, and basically having Saiyan cells. If you don't have Saiyan cells, it is impossible to achieve this transformation. It is a bodily transformation triggered by anger. For example, you won't see any of the gods of destruction becoming Super Saiyans anytime soon, but they are all striving to achieve Ultra Instinct. Despite both being transformations, they aren't correlated to each other. They aren't in the same line of transformations. Now, this is the thing that I want to ask you guys. Do you believe that both these transformations can work in conjunction with each other at the same time? So just like Goku can use two separate keys, he can use the Super Saiyan transformation with each separate kind of key. We get the golden haired transformation when he uses regular ki, we get the blue-haired transformation when he uses God Ki. Now, obviously, the two keys aren't different transformations as such, but they do trigger different transformations when worked in conjunction with Super Saiyan. But what if Goku could not only use Ultra Instinct with Super Saiyan, what if he could use it with God Ki as well? Now, I must say this, guys, this hypothetical situation is obviously much further down the line. I do not believe we'll see this in the Tournament of Power. You never know, but I think that would be too much too soon. I think Goku would have to master this Ultra Instinct form first. Now, after his beam struggle with Jiren, Goku pretty much used up his natural resources of regular ki and God Ki. He was out of it, but somehow he managed to manifest the Genki as a temporary source of power for his depleted body. Now, obviously, the Genki Dharma was only a finite amount of power, a huge amount of power given that, but at the same time, it wasn't infinite. So Goku's transformation was on borrowed time. But what about when his body is no longer depleted? What if he starts to regain his energy and he can start to use his own key signatures to fuel Ultra Instinct? Now, there's not a lot of time left in this Tournament of Power, so I find it hard to believe that he'll find a way to regain that energy in this tournament. I'm talking after the Tournament of Power. Episode 110 left us with the cliffhanger with Frieza standing over Goku with an energy ball in his hand. But if you remember on Namek, Goku actually lent his energy to Frieza to help him survive. Back then, Frieza threw it back in Goku's face, but I do not believe Goku would do the same. I mean, we saw Goku standing up in the Tournament of Power in the preview to 111, so Frieza obviously doesn't kill him or eliminate him. But I believe if Goku is to get Ultra Instinct again before the end of this tournament, it will be once again on borrowed power from other contestants, which would explain that spoiler we got a long time ago where Goku seems to have the aura of different colours. That could just be other signatures of ki from other contestants. But if Goku can find a way, and if anyone's going to do it, it will be Goku. He is the pioneer of the Super Saiyan transformation. If Goku could find a way to simultaneously fuel the interior transformation of Ultra Instinct with God Ki, and then use the exterior transformation of Super Saiyan stacked on top to amplify the power of Ultra Instinct, then Goku is going to be one tough nut to crack. And this is why I believe Ultra Instinct for Goku is just the beginning. So obviously the part about whether he can simultaneously use these transformations together is just me speculating. I don't have any concrete proof to say this is going to happen, but I hope you get what I'm saying. I will never misinform you guys, so I'll always say which parts are speculation and which parts are factual, and I will always back it up with images of my claims as evidence. Anyway, I know the Dragon Ball YouTube community is a bit saturated with these Ultra Instinct videos right now, but I hope you enjoyed my perspective on it. I do tend to let my imagination get carried away, and I always think about the future in terms of Dragon Ball. I really do enjoy talking about the potential avenues the Dragon Ball Super series can take and speculating on that. It doesn't matter to me whether I'm wrong. I'd rather watch Dragon Ball Super and be surprised rather than have my predictions come true. But what I want you to do now, guys, is light up that comment section. Do you think Ultra Instinct can be used simultaneously with Super Saiyan, God Ki, the ultimate form, Kaioken? And do you think that Limit Breaker X intro, the red ki, was Goku using God Ki or even Kaioken with Ultra Instinct? If you like my videos, guys, make sure you smash that like button with a big bang attack. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And remember one very important final message. If you stay calm in any vexing situation, you will never, ever become a Super Saiyan. Make sure you click that subscribe button to make sure you get all my latest content straight to your account as soon as it's released. And here are some more videos from my library, which I'm sure you will all enjoy.